is Myanmar Mega Message IMV. The right to speak. It begins with a whisper, one voice, questioning, challenging, daring to ask why. In Myanmar, that question alone can be dangerous. Yet across towns and villages, people continue to speak because silence has already caused too much. From exile, journalists writing from the border to local teachers holding secret discussions with their students and citizens who post truth through encrypted apps, the fight for the right to speak continues. It's not just about words, it's about existence. To speak is to be seen. To be silent is to disappear. They risk arrest for sharing news, risk imprisonment for expressing grief, and risk their lives for telling the truth. But even in the fear, their voices find a way. Through poems, sounds, radio frequencies, and whispered conversations in the dark, they keep the truth alive. The right to speak is not granted by governments, it is born within every human being. It belongs to farmers and students, mothers and soldiers, artists and journalists alike. And when that right is denied, injustice multiplies in silence. Across the world, freedom of expression stands as the first defense of democracy and the first target of tyranny. Because dictators know silence is easier to control than truth. That's why censorship spreads faster than news. That's why propaganda sounds louder than honesty. When words are punished, truth becomes the revolution. And yet, the people speak. They speak for those imprisoned, for those lost, for those unheard. Every message shared, every story told becomes an act of resistance. Because they know speech is not just freedom, it is survival. To speak is to reclaim power. To listen is to show dignity. And together, these arts become the foundation of a just society. No regime, no law, no threat can silence a truth once it's spoken. And maybe that's the beauty of voices they travel. They move through words, cross borders, echo in the hearts of others. Even when one voice is silenced, another rises. Because words, once born in truth, do not die, they multiply. So to every voice that trembles, that speaks anyway, you are shaping history. To every citizen who shares truth despite fear, you are defending freedom. And to those who listen, amplify, and remember, you are part of this resistance. Because in the end, the right to speak is not just about freedom of words, it's about freedom of thought, of conscience, of truth itself. And if voices remain, the spirit of a nation endures. Because no power lasts forever, that truth, once spoken, dies.